Welcome to Dr. Jester Rants, and I'm gonna rant about this. From the place, Netflix PAradisePD on the fire after airing graphic anti-NRA episode of Jesus carrying out mass killing, having a threesome with 2 women. I think that makes me want to... That image makes me want to buy guns. Be like Jesus. Shoot everything and have threesomes. And be strong. Fuck yeah, man. Wait. Who's complaining about this? Netflix is taking the heat after a graphic and disturbing episode of PAradisePD aired featuring a cartoon character Jesus shilling for the NRA and engaging in a threesome. As highlighted by Newsbusters, Season 3 episode Trigger Warning features a gun-wielding Jesus and turns into a porno. The season's 4th episode addressed gun control and legislation by ridiculing white male gun owners for using guns as a replacement for testosterone. Paradise's police chief confesses to needing a gun to get an erection, and the head of the NRA says the initials stand for Nuns Removed Association, end quote. The outlet notes, quote, the script is off the wall even for this totally unrealistic series, end quote. In the episode, one of the cartoon police officers is concerned over gun violence and tries to effect, quote, sensible gun control, and quote, reforming the department through his father, the police chief. One officer responds, quote, give it a rest. Let's move on. Suffice to say, when I read this, I was reading, where's the punchline? What's the control leftists trying to cancel this time? And turns the fuck out. This, my friends, is a classic. It's the classic from the 90s. Well, yes. Wait, how long have we been dealing with control leftist nonsense that I even forgot about this? The good old days where if you made a joke about Jesus, the right would get their punches up in the bunch and get all hot and bothered. Oh my, those were the days, weren't they? But now, here we have somebody getting their punches up in a bunch. Fascinating, isn't it? Turns out it came from MRC Newsbusters. From, well, you guessed it, a Karen. But I don't see anything wrong. I don't think you should cancel this. You shouldn't even attack it. And I think return to those days, good lord. You know what? I think we have better things to focus on than having to bother with an NRA Jesus. On that note, I need to watch this 3rd season of PAradisePD. Turns out it's a relatively good show. And there are some good writers in there, some good people in there. And, I'm not gonna lie, they mock both sides of the aisle. Obviously, there seems to be a slight preference to mocking the right over the left, considering how Netflix is, but still, they still mock both sides of the aisle, and I think it's absolutely fucking awesome for that. But I don't think this should be cancelled. Anything should be cancelled. Nothing should be cancelled. Why? After ragging on about things getting cancelled, and here we have, folks, Newsbusters doing that. Wait, are you sure this is the right wing? I'm still kind of confused. Look, I partially read the article because I was in disbelief, but I'm still trying to comprehend that this is coming from the right, because if it did, this is probably one of the first cases of situations where I see a classical thing that the right used to rag on back in those good old days. And those good old days, I used to be against them for doing this. Let's see. Here it says, conservatives fight back. Contact Netflix to let them know your outrage over the release of such a blasphemous scene during Lent. Blasphemous scene. Yes, that's definitely sounding something of a religious lunatic would say. Is this kind of the Christianity saying its last dying breath before the intersectionality comes in and grabs everything that says it's blasphemous against intersectionalism? Intersectionalism demands 2 months of pure holiday. Nobody's to leave home. It's to celebrate Black and Womanist Month. Why? Let's just read this paragraph, shall we? The gun control measures that Kevin and Smart Guns decides are reasonable include 30-day waiting periods to buy a gun and an AR-15 ban. Gina objects, citing the Second Amendment. The chief, who has turned more liberal, says the founding fathers never anticipated the guns we have today to the Second Amendment isn't relevant in modern day. This, too, is a common argument put forth by anti-gun liberals. Let me put it this way, since you are making that mention, there have been quite a few deadly guns back in those days, but even more so, you could actually say the same thing about many other things that they did or wrote back in those days that they did not expect. For instance, they did not expect the internet, so you are not allowed to have free speech. They did not expect or had any write any other laws and regulations in regards to what we have today, so it makes no sense that that nonsensical bullshit doesn't fly. And more so, why would you let city dwellers kind of dictate what happens on the countryside? For instance, you need a gun, one that packs a punch. If you get a wild hogs flying towards you, or a bunch of other wild animals attacking your livestock or your home, and then these morons that, yes, I have seen a few of those morons. I'm looking at a certain person in a certain group on Facebook who actually thinks everybody should live in a city and that nobody depends on red states for anything, and that they don't eat anything at all that comes from red states. I wonder if this individual is even aware of of the stuff he consumes, especially because his state has quite a few counties deciding to secede and join another state. I wonder what he will do. Nothing, I assume. But, quite frankly, returning to the article, or to the argument per se, I don't think the PAradisePD should be cancelled, or it should be anything, and trust me, the control-left media will bring this and blow it out of proportion. Which is unfortunate, because you morons have been dealing with this nonsensical bullshit since the War on Christmas happened. Because, remember, it was one or two pastors in a backwards religious town somewhere in the Jesus land in America that decided to create that moniker. And the control left, they took that name and went wild and claiming that every single right-wing individual actually believed in War on Christmas, or that Starbucks was after them, or something like that. Trust me, with something like this, they will definitely have a field day if they catch wind of it. And if they catch wind of it, trust me, it's going to be everywhere. Right-wing, all right-wing are against PAradisePD, they want cancel content. They're going to do that. Trust me. So, Karen, thank you for carrying things out. Why do people named Karen keeps on doing the stereotype of Karens? You trust me, I'm gonna spend quite a bit of a while if they catch this article, or if they catch everything here. If they catch everything here, I'm gonna have to spend a lot of a while trying to debunk this nonsensical bullshit. God damn it! And the worst thing is, I can't even play the video here for you guys to see. And it looks awesome! Let me put it this way. The image, what they showed, makes me fucking want to own a gun. Anyway, so that was a nice change of pace. It was something classical, bringing back from the good old days of the 90s and the cancel culture back then. Ah, good old times, the old school Puritans. Meanwhile, we have been trying to defend ourselves against the new Puritans, and here we have the old school Puritans roaring its head again, just to remind us, hey, we're not completely gone yet. So, anyway, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because YouTube absolutely hates my balls. Yes. How can somebody hate my balls? I love my balls, and I'm pretty sure you love my balls too. Why doesn't YouTube love my balls? It's something to ponder. Anyway, don't forget to don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I already said that on youtube.com/Dr. Jester, or if you want spicy content that probably likes my balls, head to bitchute.com/Dr. Jester or minds.com/Dr. Jester. On that note, thank you for watching. And welcome to old school Puritanism. Hopefully it stays dead right here, and this is the last time we see it. So, on that note, good night.